Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play the Fields of Athenry. Fields of Athenry is a song written in 1979 by Pete St. John. You can see this song being sung by 5,000 people in the town of Athenry in 2019, and they did it in the key of D. You'll see lots of different keys for this, but I'm going for D here. It's a song written about the Great Famine of the 1840s, and in the UK, this is known partly as the anthem of Celtic football team in Scotland. And in certain situations, it can be quite a divisive song. So if you're at a football match, if you're playing in a pub where the football match Celtic versus Rangers was on, this would not be a good song to sing. And I believe it's also used as some kind of sports anthem in America. I'm not sure who that's referring to, but yeah. So it's a very popular song, and most of the time you're going to be absolutely safe playing this and people will love it. But there are certain situations where you may need to check your getaway route before you start playing it. So I'll give you the basic melody, and then I'll show you a few ways in which you can add bits to the melody. So 1, 2, 3. Now, it occurs to me that as a tune, this is not so straightforward to learn. If you've never heard the song before, I would suggest that rather than learning it as an instrumental, I would listen a lot to sung versions of this. It makes a lot more sense as a song than it does as an instrumental. It's kind of a bit wandering, shall we say, in terms of the melody. So that's the reason I would suggest, first of all, hearing it sung. Should you play unison with the vocal? And I would say probably yes. It's a kind of a sing-along song. A lot of people are going to be joining in, and unison with a singer in this case I think is going to work well, so that's what I would aim for. There's various things you can do to add to the melody, but before we go on to that, I'll just play the melody straightforwardly again, but with the backing. Now, ornaments. With this kind of tune, hammer-ons are usually a good idea. So that's the first one. So that's your previous note, and we are starting the bow with that note, and then hammering the second finger on, which is the actual melody note we want. And here, there wasn't a lower note, but we're taking the next note down from the scale. And here. So that's probably too many, but you can do this whenever there's a strong opening note to a bar or a phrase, except when it's an open string. You wouldn't want to do that. You might also want to go up the octave here. Now this is a double cut. And there's room for rolls as well. Like that. There's another double cut. Okay, I'll do it once more, and this time I will do some of those ornaments. I'll go up the octave. I will do one or two open string drones as well. So, a pretty useful song. It may be not your favourite. It may be that you much prefer playing jigs and reels, but if you're going to make a living from playing Irish fiddle, then you're going to have to learn the Fields of Athenry at some point, I think. I used to play for at least 10 years, myself and a singer-guitarist from Northern Ireland. We played in a pub in North London. And it was the kind of pub where anything could happen, and people would come up with requests. Complete strangers would stagger up towards. We would see the person coming towards us, and we would say either they're going to say, "Liven it up, lads," or they were going to name some really obscure request, or 50% of the whole time they were going to say, "Can you play the Fields of Athenry?" And although it was from Ireland, my friend Paul, he would almost never play the Fields of Athenry, even though he knew it perfectly well. It was one of his least favourite songs, and he would, in the most polite fashion, tell them where to go with their request. So there you go, but I have played it quite a few times myself. Anyway, there you go. If you'd like a copy of the sheet music for Fields of Athenry, do send an email to me. My email address is on the description of the video. And if you join me on Patreon, you can get all of my PDFs in one go, along with my 20 pub sing-along favourites for fiddle, which you get only there. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.